Hey, welcome to the channel! Hello, welcome! Shut the fuck up! Right, here we are. I've been into Glasgow and back. Now, I'm not in Glasgow now. It's the definition of being there and not being there anymore, which is what's actually happened. So when I was there, I was in there, but I'm not there now. So it's 4762. 4762. I managed to 4755. Right, okay. 4762. It was 4755. So we've gained 7. I quite like doing the videos today. I mean, today was I don't want to go into detail, but never mind it. See, everything I do now in my life now, well, whose life would you be doing it in? Good point. Well, mine. Whatever it is I do, I used to do things, and a lot of times you get things wrong. Say you were going to buy a car or something, and you drove all the way to Liverpool, and it was shite, or you didn't like it or something, or somebody else had got there first. You wasted all that time, you're going, ah! But now, because I do these videos, whatever it is I do a video. So it's a win-win for me. So whatever it is I'm doing, you know, it's like, well, I've still got a video out of this. Because the things, basically the videos are me doing my life. And sometimes I get it wrong, and if I do get it wrong, I get a video out of it. But at the same time, I'm under a bit of a schedule. I've got stuff to do. I like that bus spotting video actually. So they're loading now. The ones from this morning. Hengler Circus down Sauchiehall Street, another street, I forget the name of it. Look, came across a little Van den Pla, St Ninians. That's where the Wolseley sits. Bus spotting at Buchanan bus station. Alright. Yeah, okay. Right, the one with the bus in it. Right, so I'll try and make this quick. The Saturday bus was sitting there when I got off the bus. I don't know if it's broken down. So we're waiting on these two comments. I've already been into the published ones. There's a guy said, quite rightly, so Scotland is not a wealthy country. He's right. However, Scotland isn't a country. I don't want to start an argument. It just isn't, right? I'm Scottish. I come from Scotland. It was a country. It's now part of the United Kingdom. You know, so that is how it goes. So we are wealthy because we're part of the United Kingdom and we are attached to London, which is wealthy. So that's what. So you got to ask yourself, where does the money come from? Ireland. Where do they get their money from? The EU. You know. What the hell? So it's like, you have to sort of be realistic about it and try and get feelings out of the way and all that sort of thing. And it is a complex thing anyway, with all the hookery-pooker that goes on in the financial markets. But so generally, Scotland is a sort of backwater, you know, in a geographical sense. I usually try and think geographically. So the British Isles and stuff like that. Think geographically, not politically. It helps you to sort of get your head together as to where things are. And then you can do the political stuff later. Right, what's happening? Ah, that's quite nice. What's great is you're trans, you don't make it your personality. You're awesome, I enjoy your... It's always good to see Scotland, especially around Glasgow. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't really see myself as trans, but yeah, I suppose I tried to steer away from that. Because, which is sort of like vindicating what he's saying. I'm me, and I'm in the situation that I'm in, and I don't want to force myself on people as such. However, I expect to be able to do what I want without bothering people, you know. So, if that makes sense. Really, at the end of the day, the J.K. Rowling thing was down to toilets. You know, the toilets are the elephant in the room. Men, she doesn't want men in female spaces. The problem is that female have gone into male spaces. That's a problem. And you get a lot of females that look like men. Nicola Sturgeon's a prime example. Genetically, she's behaving like a man, but when the push comes to a shove, she pulls out the female tricks. It's not my fault, it's somebody else. I'm suffering from this, that and other. I mean, we all do it. I mean, I do it and people do it. But to be a man, you've got to be stoic and strong. And that doesn't mean thumping fuck out at somebody. That means taking it like a man. And I couldn't really do that. I wasn't really very good at that. So really, I'm me. And that's a really good comment, thank you. What a waste of money in Sauchiehall Street, yeah. These works have been going since pre-lockdown. That's the video I did this morning. Yeah, Paul McCormack. It seems to be a bit slow, my home city, I love Glasgow, but it's changing for the worst. I work on Enfield Street. All the hotels on Enfield Street are now full of migrants yet. I think it's the death of a great city and country. Our politicians sold us out. God bless. Paul, you're right. I'm afraid there has been lots of changes, you know, and the politicians are just there to speed it along a bit and ruin things even faster than they would normally be ruined. And that is like the building of wealth and the demographics, social changes, you know, between the indigenous population, which is myself and you probably and our ancestors, and how things have changed for the better for them. Changes for the worse for a lot of people as well if they'll end up falling off the treadmill. Conveyor belt. If they don't go on the conveyor belt, they fall off it, they can't afford to buy somewhere, they can't afford to rent somewhere, they could land up homeless and a lot of trouble. And it's quite ironic. About 2020 my dad died. From 2020 and the COVID thing happened, 2019, that's why it's called COVID-19, house prices went up. Like, I don't know what the average was, but a house went up in value. Since then, about 50 grand, like a normal sort of council house, went up 30 grand, 20 or 30 grand. If you're making £10.50 an hour, how long does it take you to get 30 grand? So that's, to get the 30 grand, if you're working at £10.50 an hour, how long does it take to get that? And that's just the increase. But you've also got to get the other 100 grand. If it was a council house, it's more likely 100 grand. Now it's 130. Depends where it is. I mean, you get a cheap one in Cumbernauld, maybe for 90 grand or 87. Buy a council house, Stirling could be 160 grand. You know, and it was 140, now it's 170. So yeah, then rental prices all went shooting up. Yeah, things have got tougher. Things have got better, things have got tougher equally. You've got to be careful. The younger generation are getting screwed over. When I say younger, I mean I'm in my late 50s, so the younger ones, my children and grandchildren, it's going to be tough for them. But they don't fucking listen. I try to tell them, they don't listen. So, right, you're a fanny as well, boy. Oh God. Triple B 188, Scotland versus England. Oh aye. So who the fuck puts a Scotland versus created playlists, uploads? So this is it. This is the full size.
Here's how I got all
oh my God, we got an advert.
For every lecture I attend. It's called Otter AI, and it's...
Halfway. So I'll read this out. This is the idiot that thinks I'm a fanny. 30 or 40 Scotland fans out-sing and outclass hundreds of England fans on their own turf. This guy grabbed someone's saltire and began walking through the English. Who does he think he is? Fucking William Wallace or something? Mel Gibson. Robert D. Bruce. Then in front... Why do you think William Wallace was so tall? Dummy. Why? Well, it's obvious why, because he wasn't fucking Scottish, was he? Then in front of... Right, Scottish people are not tall. Then in front, I know that, because I go and measure my height and then I fucking find out I'm not tall enough for my weight. Then in front of the screen leading the yes chant. Unbelievable. So it's all yesers. You're definitely getting banned. You're definitely getting banned just for being a yeser. A half-wit. And it's shit. And it's shit. We'll give it a negative. Crap. And we'll get rid of you. Bye! Are you trying to bore everyone to death, mate? Well, we better see what was in it. Sometimes Robert McCormack. I fell out with McCormack years ago. I felt bad about it. Yeah, because this guy went... Oh, it was really grim what happened. I better check in here. It could be that I've just blocked somebody that's already been in here. You know, so I should really check in there first. Entitled cunts. Well, that's not aimed at me. Robert McCormack. Robert has put nothing on. So he's doing that thing. He's been narcissistic because he's criticising what I'm doing, but he's not offered up anything himself. So he's just sitting there wanting to be entertained. I don't know what that is. Is that a balloon or is that a headdress for an MGB? You know, he's looking a bit grey. I reckon some woman's probably got had his testicles. He's probably had to remortgage. Sad git. But never mind. He's got to live his life. I'll live mine. I wonder if we should just approve that actually, because it's not exactly the worst comment, is it? Are you trying to bore everyone to death, mate? Ah, fuck it, approve it. I could delete it later. So that's it. So we've done it. I think I'll go at that. So we'll do the old OI. And we are not mates. I don't like that thing, you know, the mate thing. I just don't like it. So you can say it if you like. You know, you can mate me if you like. Unless you're pals. If you're a pal, you can mate me. Like, mate, alright, mate. I just don't really like it. I think it comes from the Navy or something. Does mate come from the Navy? Does it? I think it does. Or does it come from prison? Why do I not like that terminology, mate? It's prevalent and everybody uses it. I think it's some kind of slang, and it wasn't necessarily... I don't remember it being used as much, you know, when I was in my 20s, or I don't remember it. I don't know when it started. I don't know, is it something to do with areas? I think it's pretty much widespread throughout. I don't like it. So if you're going to call me mate, I'll just tell you we're not mates. And if you're a pal and you call me mates, I don't give a fuck because you're a pal already. You can say what you like. But I don't really like it. Yeah, I used to call people pal. That's kind of like a Glasgow, well, Scottish kind of thing. Alright, pal. You know, I mean, some of these things can be quite friendly. You know, I think if you don't know somebody, right, Robert McCormack doesn't know me. I don't think you should call me mate, and I wouldn't call you mate either. And the reason I wouldn't call you mate is, Robert, I don't know you, so it'd be Mr. McCormack or Robert until I got to know you. And obviously we're not going to get on now because you've just said my videos are boring. So thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. Bye.